I'll say this much. They don't say it to me. I know that the band feels that I talk too much and that I don't drop like the manager, boss, big brother type of role that I step into, and I know that gets on their nerves. I know that, you know, but I have to be that dude. And then it's kind of like, no, you don't. Like, we got it already. So I think that's one of the things. I talk too much. I think in general, the reverse part of me talking too much is a lot of times, sometimes I feel like I'm just like talking into a void sometimes. It feels like I just kind of am running my mouth and like, I mean what I'm saying, but I feel like I don't know if like what I'm saying is always being like, I feel like I'm going overboard too much sometimes, but I feel like I need to say these things. So that's my personal struggle, is feeling like, yeah, we got it. And I'm like, I got more to say. But that's my personal struggle as a person. It's more about me.
Well, usually after shows, the ones that want to hang out are me and Nick. We like to hang out after the shows. My pet peeve is that everyone else is really lame and wants to just go to bed and do nothing. And me and Nick are the ones that want to go explore the city. So I would say that's my pet peeve.
So my biggest pet peeve, and a lot of them probably know this, but me and Jeremy are probably the most punctual members of the band. Like if we say we got to leave at 12, we're downstairs at 11:55, ready to go. We're usually the first ones to show up to anything, video shoots, concerts, sound checks, whatever. And my biggest pet peeve with the band in general is that I always feel like I'm waiting on them to like go places. And like, it's part of my personality. Like I'm always ready for the next thing. You know, I'm always ready to get there on time. I got to be there on time no matter what. That's just who I've kind of cemented myself as a person. And some of the guys just take their time, maybe pack one thing at a time, or woke up too late to shower, but still shower, and checkout was 12. Or we're in the room at 12:30. Like that kind of stuff just irks me. But yeah, that's probably my biggest pet peeve with the band.
Something funny to know about the Lique. I mean, it's a bunch of characters, and they usually like. There's some really soft-spoken people. Like a lot of times, I have to speak up. And there's several other members. Jeremy and Jason are probably the quietest in the band, generally speaking. But they're like obsessed with video games. Like the whole band really is, but they like go insane on Mario Kart, and they say the most vile, disrespectful things that you could ever imagine that would probably make a lot of people hate us. I'll be that real. Like it's pretty wild. But I mean, if you're into gaming, like you know how it goes. But it's just so funny because they're so quiet and just like, they seem like they don't really have an opinion on anything. But when you get them fired up on that, you can't shut them up.
Yeah, I don't own a Nintendo Switch. Luckily, Jeremy and Jason let me play it pretty often. I'm really into Mario Kart. I love doing that. There's a video game called Steak Bolt. It's like a dodgeball video game. It's really fun. Recently, just got into playing 2K. And that's just a lot of fun, and we get pretty into it when we're all playing it as a band. We'll probably play tonight and scream at each other.
I mean, we get into it, and like I remember somebody tried to shut me down. Nick tried to shut me down the other day, and I wasn't feeling that. I was like, man, you better go hard or go home. We playing it, you know, we playing basketball, man. He takes things really seriously, like even off the court. I remember we actually played real basketball in real life, and I remember I'm not much of a trash talker, but I'm just out there having the fun. And this fool straight up like elbowed me, and like he was serious about like it was in this general vicinity. I don't know, because it threw me off. His obsession with dogs is kind of like anthropomorphic. Like he basically embodies like how a dog would act. Like he was angry and he couldn't get out of it. You know, like you get it, like you anger a dog and they're not really mad at you, and they just feel like, "Hurr," and they stay there. That's Nick. Like, you know, but then he'll snap out. He's like, "Oh, I was just kidding. I'm sorry about that, man. You know, I don't know. I was just." So I think, yeah, just I never know. Any of these guys, I never know. Like, but definitely Nick is he's very interesting, but he's also like easily excitable. So, you know, you just kind of roll with it. You try not to take too much of it too serious and just understand that's how he feels in the moment.